Hello everyone, so welcome to my channel once again. Now today's video is again related to my new TV, that is the Sony Bravia KLV 32W672e. It's quite a huge name and it's from the W67e series. Now this video is compiled specially for those who commented their queries in my last video. Well, this has been a hectic week for me and I'm quite late in making this video, so this is specially compiled for them. So I'll be trying to cover up all the major features and also the drawbacks of this TV, and I'll share you my views and I'll tell you why you should or you should not buy this TV. So I'll try to answer all the questions asked in my last video. So let's move on to the TV. Okay, so let me tell you, the first major drawback of this TV is if you are setting up the date and time on this TV, you can set it up from here, setup, clock and timers, clock set. Now you can see that the date and time is set to 1/1/2017 and 12 AM. Now if you are setting up this date and time and if you power off this TV for at least 15 to 20 minutes and you power it back on, this date and time will get reset. Well, this is a drawback, and I spoke to the Sony customer care for this. I spoke to the Sony customer care for this and they said that there is no internal memory in this TV so that it can retain this date and time data. Well, this was not done from Sony, as this date and time data won't be costing a lot of memory. So this is a kind of drawback, and if you are going to use apps like this one, photo frame mode, so you need to first set up this date and time and then you have to use it. So this is the first drawback of this. So the second drawback is, as I have said, that this is not a smart TV. Well, I can call it an internet TV. So you are limited to this 12 apps and you cannot download or install any third-party app. So this is a drawback which I should consider. Obviously you can go to this Opera TV and you can use the apps within this Opera TV app, but the thing is that this is not quite smart enough. So you can use the internet to view this YouTube contents and the Netflix contents and this Sony Live and all, but this is not smart enough. This is just an internet TV and I should consider this as a drawback. Now let's move on to the third drawback of this TV. Now the third drawback is that as this TV has got this 12 apps, that means it has got a few amount of RAM in it, and I don't know how much MB RAM is there in this TV, but it's quite less, and this is affecting the launching time of a single app. Like if you are launching this Opera TV, it takes a few seconds of time to launch. So Sony should have provided a bit more of the RAM so that the apps would have loaded faster. So these are the three drawbacks, and as I have said that there is a bug with the YouTube casting, and you may not end up connecting your phone with this TV while casting your YouTube videos on your TV. So there is a fix for that, and I have already explained that fix in my last video. So if you are having trouble to cast your YouTube videos on your TVs, do watch my last video where I have explained an alternative way to cast your TV. So do check my last video, and in the next section I'll be answering all the questions that were asked in the comment section of my last video. So here we go. So the first question comes from Vinod, and he asks, in this TV have digital optical audio output connection port. How can we connect this TV to home theater digital surround sound? Well, I cannot answer to this question very precisely as I don't have any home theater system yet. But yes, I was checking some of the YouTube videos where I got explanations for the same thing to other Bravia TVs. So you can go for that. You can check them and you will find the solution. And I must say you this thing. I must show you this thing. You can go to the settings and go to setup. and you can see that there is a AV setup option is there, and when you choose the speaker to audio system, and you can see this digital audio out option is active. So I think you need to work around with this settings, and you can obviously successfully configure your 5.1 home theaters with this TV. So please do refer to other YouTube videos for this thing. The next question comes from Naguraj, and he says, I am planning to go for this TV. Shall I go? Well, let me tell you once again that this is not a smart TV. This is just an internet TV. So if you are looking for a TV with good picture quality, this is the one for you. But if you are looking for a 40 or 43 inch TV, I think the 40 and the 43 inch TVs from this W67e series, the price is quite high, and I think you can get a better option from LG or Samsung. I don't know about Samsung, but yes, I think you can get a better option from LG. So please check on that. And let me tell you that you won't be getting any magic remote type thing with this TV. You just get this simple Sony remote with this added YouTube and Netflix button. These are the two extra things you get. Other than this is just a normal infrared remote. And yes, if you are looking for a 32-inch TV, yes, this is the one you can go for. And obviously you can make it smart by putting in the Amazon Fire Stick. You need to invest 4,000 rupees more, but yes, you can make it smart. So if you are considering to buy any smart TV, this is not for you. But if you want a good picture quality, and also the thing is that this TV supports HDR, so I'll be playing some of the YouTube videos, HDR YouTube videos later in this video, because I got some queries about the picture quality. And also I'll be playing some HD as well as SD TV channels from my City Cable HD setup box. So please do watch this video till the end, and I hope I'll cover up all the things including the picture quality. So moving on to the next one, the next question is from Prasant Viswas, and he says, can I connect mouse and keyboard to the TV? Well, I just brought my computer keyboard and mouse and attached to it, and yes, this is my Steel series. Let me change the color. Yes, you can see it's glowing. This is my Steel series MX350 keyboard. The backlight is working, and it is working. And also the mouse, this is my Microsoft mouse. This is a very old mouse, laser mouse. You can see this is glowing. And let me bring out the remote. Well, let me go to the browser. So you can see this mouse is moving, but the response is delayed. Even if it is a wired mouse, so the response is quite delayed. So let me focus here. I've been moving this. The response of the mouse is quite delayed. And let me show you the keyboard. Well, yes, this is working. This is actually working. Dot G double O GLE.com. Enter. Well, it works. Now again, you can see this is a browser based on Opera Mobile, and it opens the mobile version of Google. So well, this works. Now let me check if it works with other apps or not. So with the browser, the keyboard and mouse works, but let me check if other apps work with this keyboard and mouse. So let's go to YouTube. So here I am in YouTube. I just pressed this single key YouTube button, and it directly opened the YouTube app. Now I am trying to move this mouse. The mouse is still connected, as you can see, and yes, it doesn't take any response from the mouse. And also let me go to the keyboard. So I'm trying to make input. Well, it doesn't work. So with other apps, the keyboard and mouse doesn't work. So this keyboard and mouse is just limited to the browser. And also he asked if the wireless keyboard mouse works or not. Yes, you need to just put on the wireless dongle in the USB port, and it should work. But you won't be able to use it with other apps except the browser. So this is one of the major drawback which this TV has. So let's move on. The next question comes from Mohammad Vamik, and he is confused between this Sony W672e and LG LH604T. Now let me tell you, Mohammad Vamik, that the LG 604T is a smart TV. Well, it comes with WebOS 3.0, and I have used the WebOS 2.0 on my friend's TV, and yes, it's actually smart. It has got a dedicated app store with quite a limited amount of app, but it makes it much more smarter than the Sony. And also with the LG TV, you will be getting a magic remote which works with Wi-Fi, and also with that you get a voice search capability. So the remote is also quite smarter than this Sony, with which you get this infrared normal basic remote with this added YouTube and Netflix button. So in the department of smartness, yes, LG is much smarter than this one. Next we come to the picture quality. Now I asked my retailer about the same, and he said that if you watch any HD or SD channel using a HD setup box, you won't be noticing any difference between the picture quality. But as this Sony supports HDR, when you watch any HDR videos on YouTube, you will be noticing a bit of better color reproduction on Sony TV. So the color reproduction of Sony TV, as per my retailer, is much more better than the LG. The LG one is quite smarter, but also let me tell you that you can also make this Sony TV much more smarter than the LG one if you attach a Amazon Fire Stick or Chromecast. Well, I don't think Chromecast is needed, but yes, you can go for Amazon Fire Stick for the same. So it's your choice. If you want a smart TV, inbuilt smart TV, you can go for the LG 604T. The picture quality, as per my retailer, is quite similar if you watch HD or SD TV channels, but you will be finding some difference in color reproduction if you are watching any HDR videos or HDR full HD videos. So this is the difference between the two, and also the remote is much smarter in LG 604T. So this is your choice. This is up to you what you want. And about the picture quality, there is no much difference. So let's move on to the next one. Now the next one is from 2222 Thriller. Username is 2222 Thriller, and he asked me to play something directly from the YouTube app and not from my phone, and also open the Sony Live app too. Okay, so let me launch the YouTube app using this YouTube button on the remote. So here is the YouTube app. Now let me search something. Let me search a HDR video. Well, I was watching some HDR videos, so let me check some HDR videos, and you will be having an idea on the color it produces. So let me go for a longer video. Let me show you the resolution. I think the resolution is low right now, but it will get upgraded in no time, and it's all due to my internet connection. Okay, so for the nerd view, what you need to do is you just press the down button, go to more option, click on that, and then here stats for nerd. You can press once again to close it, again press one time to open it. Okay, so it upgraded to 1280 into 720p. So this is the YouTube app. I hope you got a clear idea of the color with the HDR videos. Now let's move on to the Sony Live app. Now let's move on to home and all apps, Sony Live. Okay, it's here. Let me play Kapil Sharma show. Close it down because otherwise I'll be getting copyright strike. So this is the Sony Live app. You need to go to apps, all apps, and you need to select it from there. All apps, Sony Live. So this is the Sony Live app for you. This time again from Mohammad Vamik, and he says, can I use mobile phone as remote for this TV? Well, not all phones. You cannot use all phones as remote for this TV except for the ones which have the IR blaster, like the Redmi phones, the Redmi Note 4, Redmi 3S Prime, Redmi 4, and there are many MI phones which maximum of the MI phones have the IR blaster. So if your phone has the IR blaster, yes, you can use it. Like in the Redmi phones, you can use the Redmi MI remote app for your phone to use it as a remote for this TV. So not all phones, unlike the LG 604T, which supports the Wi-Fi remote. So with Sony, you need to have IR blaster on your phone to use your phone as a remote. So the next is from Arnab Bond, and he asked in Bengali, well, set-top box se picture camera. So how is the picture from the set-top box? Do a video on that. And yes, I'll show you. I have got the CT cable HD setup box, and it's connected to my TV with HDMI. Let me show you this one. Well, this is an HDMI 2. Sorry, HDMI 1. So this is Star Movies. The quality is not that good. Playing X-Men. Let me choose any other channels. HD channels, HD channel, the Star Plus. Let me check Star Plus. Okay, so here the quality is much better than the previous one. So you can see this is the HD channel, Star Plus HD. And again, let me check other HD channels. Discovery, HD World. Okay, something from Flood Views. Other HD channels, HD Sports. So you see this, the picture quality is quite crisp. This is not full HD, this is just HD, that means 780p. Regional channels, he asked in Bengali, so I should show him some Bengali HD channels. So this is Star Jalsha HD. And again, Z Bangla HD is here. So this is how you get this. Now I'll show you some standard definition channels. English movies, Z Studio. Okay, so this is a standard definition channel. It doesn't look quite bad, but when you come closer, you will be seeing the bloodiness Otherwise, if you watch it from far, then it will be looking fine. The mechanic, well, okay. So again, I'll show you some regional channels. Hindi GEC, Star Plus. We watched Star Plus in HD and now this one in standard definition. So it looks quite good unless you come very closer to the TV. Now some Bengali entertainment and music channel. Star Jalsha is here. We saw Star Jalsha in HD and this one in standard definition. You can see the difference. Well, I don't think you will be seeing any major difference here, but in the video. But yes, I can see the difference. When I'm getting closer, the difference is very much visible. So this is all about the picture quality with set-top box. Now I should turn off the set-top box, otherwise I may get copyright claims. So this is how the picture quality is. So this was the last question, I guess. And yes, I don't have any more questions here. So I think I have covered up all the queries that has been asked in my previous video. So, well, this is how it works. HDMI 2, HDMI 1, and you have all these things out here. The major drawbacks are there, with the date and time, the YouTube casting from your phone, and also the keyboard. You cannot use your keyboard in other apps except the browser, and also the RAM is too much low. Even if you try to open some heavy pages on your browser, it will try to close the browser. So these are the major drawbacks. And also I have explained about the difference between the LG 604T and the Sony W672e. So this is your choice. You can obviously have your choice. You can also buy an Amazon Fire Stick and plug it with your TV to make it much more smarter. And Amazon Fire Stick comes with 8 GB memory and 1 GB of RAM with a MediaTek processor, so the smartness will live on and you can download many apps in there. So it's your choice if you want to go with LG 604T or Sony. If you are looking for a bigger TV like the 40 or the 43-inch TV, I would suggest you to check on something from LG, because I think they have got some better options with the same price range of this model W67e series for the 40 and the 43-inch models. So please check on that. And finally, I hope I have covered up all the queries asked in my last video. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button if you like this video and find it informative, and please do subscribe to my channel and help me grow.